Hey gang, so if you don't know, my husband and I, after 35 years, have been able to fulfill a dream of starting our own beef cattle. And so right now we have 2 young heifers and a young bull, and we are absolutely loving it. It is just total dream come true. But next year is going to be calving season, and I want to know as much as I can possibly know. There's a lot of things that can go wrong during calving season, and I just am doing a ton of research. So I read something that I thought was really cool, and it made me think of something, so stick with me. You can do something called grafting a calf, and what that is if you have a mother who has lost a calf during the process of birth, or you have a mother who has lost her life during the birthing process. You have a calf that is orphaned, and you have a mother that is orphaned. And so you can bring those two together. But if you're going to get the mother to accept the other calf, the orphaned calf, you have to do something kind of dramatic. And that is, you have to take her original dead calf and you have to skin it. So you take that hide and then you put it on the orphaned calf, take it to the mother smells her original calf, and she accepts that calf. This has been going on for hundreds of years. Cowboys and ranchers have been doing it, and it really, truly works. It's pretty amazing. That mother will raise that calf as her own and love it, and it'll survive, and beautiful end to a bad story, right? What it made me think of was what Jesus did for us. So it's pretty crazy, because when we came into the world, we immediately became and chose sin. And so we were untouchable to God, okay? God can't hang out with sin. God is God, and we are sinful. So at that point, the only solution would be Jesus, right? So Jesus comes in, and he is going to do that atonement, make that atonement for us to be sinful, so that when God sees us, if we've gone through the process of getting right with God, when God sees us, he doesn't see us and our sinfulness only, he sees his son. So just like that mother smells her baby, it's just like Jesus is covering us, so that when God sees us, we are acceptable to him, because his son is with us. Galatians 2:20 says, "For I have been crucified with Christ, and it is no longer I who live, but Christ lives in me. In the life I live now in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself up for me." So if you haven't gone through that process of getting right with God, and you haven't gone through that process of being able to be acceptable to God through Jesus, please ask Darby and I any questions. We would love to answer them for you. You can also read about this in Hebrews 9. It's a great chapter. And then also in 1 Peter 3. I hope you guys do that, but I just think it's so cool that these animals actually do that, but it's way cooler that we have a Savior that can do that for us and make us acceptable to God, so that we can get right with God and live with God for eternity. It's just the dang truth.